Hey there, Ben Janin Nash Power Sports, talking about the Kayo T4 in particular. A couple things. What's a Kayo? What's a T4? What's it comparable to? Hey, Kayo's been around since 2002, formed by a Honda engineer of 10 years. They've been making products since 2002, 50,000 units worldwide, primarily selling in places like Europe, Australia, Chile, other countries in South America, Russia, Ukraine, and more. But recently come into the stateside slowly in 2008, a little bit more in 2019, full-fledged 2019, 2020, and we're seeing more and more of these units here in the USA. So I've been curious about this T4. I've got a number of customers every summer especially that are looking at the Yamaha TW200, the Yamaha XT250, Kawasaki KLX 230, Kawasaki KLX 300, primarily the dual sport versions. And quite honestly, a lot of retirees or people that simply have access to forest roads right outside their house, and so they're looking for kind of a small bore displacement motorcycle where they can simply go have fun. They're not meant to be serious off-roaders, but you know, when it comes to the a lot of retirees, they'll want a Yamaha XT250 or a TW200 to put on the back of their RV. And so I wanted to see what that was like to compare this T4 to the TW200 and more, simply because I felt like it was a viable option, but a lot of people weren't quite understanding it. You know, it's not necessarily a name brand, but people are looking for an inexpensive dual sport bike to enjoy. And so what I can tell you from my firsthand experience yesterday riding it is definitely a viable option. You have an MSRP of $3,499 with some of the Japanese bikes getting up to past $5,500. So you definitely have a bang for the buck in terms of the value proposition. But is it a good bike? Yeah, it's a really good bike. Out of the gate, I think it's worth every penny of it. I think there are a couple things that I might change. Simply just the rear tire, I think, that makes it, it's small, so it's really easy to load like on a motorcycle hauler. But in terms of performance and riding it down the road, I think I'd like to go with something a little bit bigger. You know, in terms of the controls, I definitely would go with some kind of fold-away mirrors, just because I like off-road, but to each their own on that. And then maybe the controls, like the clutch lever with perch, I think that could be improved upon. But ultimately, it's a decent little motorcycle that gets you up and down the highway, roads, logging roads, and you can even do a little single track with it. I enjoyed riding it on the single track, but this is not meant to be a top tier motorcycle. But hey man, there's a lot of ways to have fun on a motorcycle. Hey, if you feel that I'm providing you with value in terms of your motorcycle purchase, please consider purchasing your motorcycle from me, Ben Janin at Nash Power Sports in Auburn, Washington. Talk to you soon. Hey, one real quick point, a key feature benefit with the Kayo T4 that I feel very important, especially for my retirees. Hey, what's the seat height? What's it like sitting on the unit? What I can tell you is myself at 5'10", when I sit on the motorcycle, I'm easily flat-footed with my knees bent. So this should be encouraging to you guys out there. Don't just pay attention to what it says in terms of seat height on the motorcycle. Again, 5'10", and I'm flat-footed with knees bent, no problems, which is good. I feel for our older customers that want to feel comfortable on a motorcycle.